Good morning, everybody. Jessica, Larimore Life Coach here in San Diego. So we're on day 5 of 20 Days of Gratitude, and today I wanted to tell you all that I am grateful for forgiveness. Now, I know some of you might think that that seems kind of odd, so I'm going to touch on that and explain further. So oftentimes when we think about forgiveness, we think about forgiveness is giving something to the other person. And while oftentimes it does, sometimes it doesn't matter to the other person whether you forgive them or not, because they may not be sorry for what they did. But for you, forgiveness is a gift to yourself by forgiving somebody else, whether they've asked for the forgiveness or not. Because what happens is when people do unimaginable or unbelievable things to you that really impact you in a huge way, whether it hurts you or makes you angry or has a negative impact on your life, whatever it may be, when you don't forgive them, you will oftentimes go back to that moment when they did that to you in your mind, and you'll always remember it. You'll never forget it. So there's a difference between forgiving and forgetting. But with forgiving, because we know we can't forget it, but with forgiving it, it's like you're giving that moment back to them. Because without forgiving, you're allowing them to rent space in your mind without them paying you rent for it. And I know some of you have heard that phrase before. So if you don't forgive them, you're going to think about it. There'll be something that'll happen in your life, and it'll strike that memory, and then it brings up these emotions that you're still angry or you're still hurt or but when you choose and decide for yourself that you're going to forgive them, not just for them but for yourself, that you're telling yourself, you know what, it's time to let it go, it's time to forgive and get that out of my mind and stop letting them rent space in my mind. So I've learned this gift of forgiveness, and it took me a long time. In fact, I know one of my good friends that I spoke to not too long ago was actually talking to me about forgiveness, and I was being quite stubborn. But I now finally get it. Forgiving somebody helps you more than it helps them. Don't let people rent space in your mind. So, without paying rent. And I did promise, so that's what I'm grateful for today, is forgiveness. And I do forgive anybody and everybody that has done hurtful or unimaginable things to me in my past. Some of you know what those things are. Some of you know who those people are, but I forgive them because it's helping me move forward. So that's what I'm grateful for today. And I know I promised I was going to share something from the Habitude Warrior Conference in every video, but for today I'm actually going to share something from another speaker that she was actually probably one of the first great speakers I ever saw, and it was a few months ago. And her name is Anne-Marie Hufftailing. If you're watching, Anne-Marie, hi, and thank you so much for your wisdom. And there was something that she said, and I think it goes well with talking about forgiveness today. She said that time is a diminishing asset. Be careful how you use it. So we all know this, but we all oftentimes in our lives say, well, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it later today, or we put things off, and we got to use our time wisely because our time does eventually run out. And the reason why I think this connects with forgiveness is because when we don't forgive, like I said before, we go back to thinking about that a lot. Something will trigger that memory, and it'll still trigger the memory even after you forgive, but you won't sit there and ponder on it when the memory is triggered. The memory's there and then it's gone. With forgiveness, when you don't forgive, when that memory is triggered, it's like it brings up these emotions and it's like going back to that place again. But when you forgive, when that memory is triggered, boom, it's gone. And so that's part of using your time wisely, because When that memory is triggered and you have forgiven them, it's in and out, in and out. But when you haven't forgiven them, you waste time and energy and just pondering on that and thinking about it and putting yourself in that negative space. So use your time wisely and remember to forgive everybody. And if this is your first time watching one of my videos, my name is Jessica Larimore. I'm a life coach. You can go to my Facebook page at Jessica, so it's facebook.com/Jessica Larimore Life Coach. And my last name is spelled Larimore. And then if you're watching my video and you've gained something from it, or you think other people could gain something from it and you're watching it on Facebook, please like and or share my video. And then if you're watching it on YouTube and you like it, please be sure to click the like button. And the other thing is I wanted to share with you is every Monday, so you can send me questions anytime, but I do this thing called Mondays with Jessica. So you can send me questions or a struggle you're going through that you need some help with, and you can either Facebook message me or email me at jlarimore81@gmail.com, and I will post a video via Facebook and YouTube answering at least 3 questions per week. So that's Mondays with Jessica. And I think that's the end of our video today. So everybody have a wonderful day, and don't forget to forgive and use your time wisely. Bye!